What's going on, guys? Welcome to another WCW Monday Night Nitro here on the Beast Shooter 94 YouTube channel, and we are pushing on the road to Bash at the Beach. Just grinding on the road here. So much to unpack, but let's just dive right into it. Booker T comes out, opens the show, cutting a promo about how he is going to defeat Scott Steiner at Bash at the Beach and become the WCW champion once again. Remember, this is Booker T's first couple weeks back. He's been out with an injury for quite a while, and he's trying to make his presence felt and wants Scott Steiner's WCW championship. Chris Kanyon's music hits while Booker T is trying to cut this promo. And Chris Kanyon challenges Booker T to the main event tonight in a singles match, claiming that he is the rightful person who should be facing Scott Steiner, and that he's so sick and tired of all these WCW veterans holding great wrestlers down like myself, and he wants to prove it tonight against Booker T. So 67 rating there. So good opening promo. We got to a main event here for Nitro, as well as featuring Kanyon, Booker, and Steiner in the opening segment. So good stuff there. We opened the show in a match with a decent match. PinPoint does defeat Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo in 10:05, and Chuck Palumbo was disqualified while fighting Mark Jindrak. Buff Bagwell and Lex Luger did hit the ring and cause a disqualification. Palumbo a 52, O'Haire a 48, Styles a 52, Jindrak a 55, a 51 rating overall. As you can see, we're building up PinPoint as much as possible to try to put them in a great spot in the tag team division. O'Haire and Palumbo are still trucking along very nicely. 51 rating here. Buff Bagwell and Lex Luger are walking backstage. They're all proud of themselves, causing the disqualification. Well, except for the fact that, Eric Bischoff has something to say about that. Eric Bischoff says that next week, Buff Bagwell and Lex Luger will have to defend the WCW Tag Team Championships if they can retain tonight against a team making their debut here in WCW. They will face off against PinPoint next week for the WCW Tag Team Championships. So 56 rating there. Again, Lex and Buff don't really end up on Nitro a lot because we try to do those commercials as much as possible. But they're there this week, and now look what they did. They caused problems, and now they have to defend the tag titles not once but twice within 2 weeks. Little Guido cuts a promo talking about why he attacked Shane Helms, saying that, the Italian Mafia has taught me one thing: you always strike first, you're never the one who strikes second. And that's what I did against Shane Helms. Shane Helms made it clear that he wanted my Cruiserweight Championship, so I attacked him first. That gives us a 47 rating. So Little Guido is really starting to make a name for himself here in the Cruiserweight division, really trying to build his name up as much as possible. And about that decent wrestling and Little Heat, Little Guido defeats Ray Gonzalez in 6-12 by pinfall with Arrivederci. Gonzalez at 38, guy from Developmental, and Guido at 64, 53 rating overall. Guido gets the win and keeps building momentum as Cruiserweight Champion, and this is just a little feature for a Developmental guy. And then Shane Helms comes out after the match and officially challenges Little Guido to a Cruiserweight Championship match at Bash at the Beach. So that match is made official for Bash at the Beach Cruiserweight Championship, Shane Helms versus Little Guido. 46 rating, I'll take that. Diamond Dallas Page cuts a backstage promo talking about how he's looking forward to the fact of facing Jeff Jarrett again, and this time without both of them wrestling matches previously. He wants a full opportunity at the real Jeff Jarrett and doesn't want any excuses from Jeff when he loses to the People's Champion for the United States Championship. 68 rating. And in a decent match, Diamond Dallas Page defeats Alex Wright in 7:52 with a Diamond Cutter. Page of 58, Wright of 47, and Page just stays strong as the United States Champion with a 51 rating as we build to Bash at the Beach. Or so we thought. Post-match, Jeff Jarrett hits Diamond Dallas Page with a guitar and holds up the WCW United States Championship. Page is getting better at his gimmick, and we get a 69 rating. So Jeff Jarrett makes his presence felt against Diamond Dallas Page here tonight on Nitro with a guitar shot and showing that it's 3 seconds away after a guitar shot for Jeff Jarrett to be United States Champion. And about that decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Totally Buff defeats James Storm and Chris Harris in 6:30 when Buff pins Chris Harris with a Buff Blockbuster. They defend the Tag Team Championships. James Storm debuted a new move. Harris a 42, Storm a 35, Luger a 49, Buff a 55. This is more or less just to make sure Buff and Lex are actually on the show. And now that they've defeated these guys, they now have to defend the tag titles against PinPoint next week. Ric Flair cuts a backstage promo about his submission match tonight against Lance Storm. He's talking about how he really does respect Lance, and Lance is a great competitor. But he's the Nature Boy for a reason. He's a 16-time champion for a reason. And Lance Storm, unfortunately, is just not in the same realm as Ric Flair. 66 rating. And about that great heat and decent wrestling, Lance Storm defeats Ric Flair by submission with a straight shooter. Ric Flair passes out from the pain, which gives him the victory. Storm at 59, Flair at 59. Crowd got hot, match with a 59. 59's for everybody. Love to see it. Storm and Flair are just doing great work so far, and Flair's doing a good job of being that mid-card guy right now. So that's really good stuff. In post-match, it shows Ric Flair being passed out from the pain and Storm becoming the victor. A 67 rating. And a decent match. Rhino defeats Christopher Daniels in 9:42 with a gore. Rhino 58, Daniels a 54. Rhino's getting better at his gimmick, and the match got the crowd hotter. 57 rating. Good stuff for everybody here. Rhino gets the win. Post-match, Rhino goes to attack Christopher Daniels. Mysterio makes the save as Rhino bails. Mysterio looks furious and really wants a shot at Rhino. 51 rating there. And about that decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Kings of Old School defeat 3 Count in 7:45, and Rick Steiner pins Evan Courageous with a top rope bulldog. Courageous a 52, Moore a 52, and then Animal a 50, and Steiner a 59. 56 rating there. This is just a feature for the tag team division, and that's really all this is just to get the tag division some focal point on Nitro. Booker T cuts a backstage promo about his match with Chris Kanyon tonight, and also knowing that Scott Steiner is going to be on commentary, he's got to watch his back. 64 rating there. Maybe. There we go. Steiner makes his way out to commentary to a huge slew of boos from the crowd, as he is clearly hated by his fan base. 68 rating. And in the main event, and about that good heat and decent wrestling, Booker T does defeat Chris Kanyon in 12:47 with a scissors kick. Kanyon a 51, Booker T a 66, and we get a 62 rating overall. Booker T does get the win, but Kanyon does a great job in this main event. And post-match, Scott Steiner takes out Booker T, leaving him laying, as it shows that Scott Steiner stands tall over the challenger for his championship at Bash at the Beach, and that gets us a 68 rating. And the overall rating for this show was a 62, solid stuff all the way around. And popularity increased. We got 2,400 people there this time, so that's great. Really happy with how everything has come about with Nitro so far. I know I didn't really go deep on the Douglas, Bam Bam, RVD, and Dreamer storyline this show, and that's okay. We will attack that next week. Same thing with Chavo and Kidman. We will attack those as well. You only get 2 hours to do a show, and I try not to do much filler. I mean, the Kings of Old School thing was a little bit, and some smaller stuff, but really trying to just make sure that I give everything its time, and I think I did a good job of that. Hopefully y'all will agree. Who knows? Maybe you won't. I don't know. But till next time, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, enjoy the forum, all that great stuff. Please like the video, all the great things, and I will keep pumping out as much WCW content as I possibly can. Until next time, though, we got one more Nitro, and then we got the Bash at the Beach pay-per-view. Have a good one, y'all.